Didn't destroy all the encampments. Jesus Christ. They put me in a game that's already late. That's 50 V-Bucks though. Not gonna complain. That don't make sense. I should have teleported. Okay, 75 bolts. It's not bad. Not bad.
Found one. Check out your map.
Might play some other. I will play some battle royale type stuff. I'm not sure. Yeah. I'm still thinking about people talking about people to trap. I mean, relatively speaking, you know, I can't 100% say that stuff like everybody does, but you know.
Search destroyed. Done.
Can't. Sorry.
Another big fight. Here we go.
Husks! Take her! Just give her what it wants. Back again. Serious? Here. Serious?
There it is. Here we go. You know what to do. 10 minutes left. Stay the course.
My nightmares. Nope. You did. Oh, that's bad.
Yeah, only one more.
Can't. Mama party time!
That's one. Take it down. This is it. Good luck. work. Let's head home.
Settings, commands retire. People return to XP resources spent to level them up. Hopefully this thing didn't reduplicate this challenge. I feel like it did. I'm not 100% sure, so. No, let me not do this one. Let's do this, because it's a whole lot faster. I can definitely complete this mission a whole lot faster and have a whole lot more results than I would with the thing.
Sharp blades, sharp.
Take out the enemies to clear the encampment. One down. Let's find the next one. The next encampment might be strong.
How?
Make sure your weapons and ammo are ready to go.
Get ready.
Some bull. I never not one time even changed one bit of my thing. I had to complete the Outlander challenge. And it decides to put me in my ninja outfit. I don't know about that one. I 110% don't know about that one. Heroes. I never not one time did not change the stuff. And it did glitch. I knew there was something wrong with it. Because I never not one time changed the stuff to do that. Because I gotta complete this challenge. But it's whatever though. I'm just joining back. Hopefully I can. This thing will stop lagging. Alright. Then it kicked me out my own party. Alright, we in here. The internet connection quality is currently not sufficient enough to broadcast gameplay. But I'm broadcasting. It don't make any sense when I'm broadcasting. It's ridiculous.
Minutes to complete the mission.
Wow, 254. Oh, it's eliminated as an Outlander. Wow. Incredible. I need to find one of these caves or something that got like a chest inside of it or something like that. Because the way I see it, it's just not going to be that much. But I do need to get over where my teammates and
You're
stuff
done,
is at.
encampment. Next one's looking tough. You can do it.
Before it's over, so I'm 110%
Check out your
sure.
map.
I'm most definitely not trying to play this.
Do it! Serious?
Keep that streak going.
Wall banger!
What? Oh my god. That's what I get. That's exactly what I get. I was 110% sure that what you call I would be able to go over something fast, and then I'll be able to what you call get the guns and certain stuff. Guys out.
Found the next one. Check out your map.
So I don't have to do this thing anymore. Regarding to these I mean I do have 2,000 something V-Bucks right now. So I'm not really trying to spend any money on V-Bucks anymore. Just stack what I got. So far I've been doing good with that, like not trying to spend any money on like V-Bucks and
Nope.
Pretty sure not. It's not smart. $700 or $760. Don't think it's no game. Certain launch titles. I don't know. $70 for the game. Just not a smart business.
Crap! Fine, steal anything! I need bullets.
Man, I'm not 110% sure that even with the content that you could be producing, if you might even be 110% sure producing, you know, all this different commentary. And then I don't think anybody will take your channel and stuff seriously if you're using what's the name of it?
Thanks, Commander.
Share Factory. I don't think that's necessarily professional software. I'm not saying that you need it, but it definitely makes a difference.
Found one. Check.
Make your channel stuff better, but I don't know. And then it's not like like you know, you don't want to upgrade to a 4K monitor or whatever gaming type of things you're playing on. There's all these setups and stuff like that. I mean, if you got it, I guess you got it. But on an average day basis, you really just going to be out here spending $900 like on a monitor, but especially doing this type of stuff. People stuff get laid off. You know, it's not that much that people can do at this point. Like out here, out there, like people ain't got it. Get the games on, you know, get these stores and get these developers and stuff to get them out there. Are you really gonna justify the cost? I don't think you can justify the cost. I mean, it wouldn't be that smart for somebody like, what is it? Most of these pranking channels they're talking about, they had to get this special camera that costs like $70,000 or something like that. You know, they was renting it and they said it was too expensive, but think about that. That's not a justifiable cost. You know, if you got sponsorship, endorsement, brands, and stuff like that, or you're endorsed by a couple people, I mean, I know the sponsorship and endorsement is supposed to underwrite some of the costs, but still, that's not something I'll ask on. Like, whenever you're making a decent amount of money, I understand that, but
Keep pushing on. We might clear the zone.
But definitely, the thing that's I think is kind of bad
Take it down.
is the $800 and stuff on the system.
Another big fight.
You know, somebody talking about Xbox Series X being a bad thing, so I'm not saying it's a bad thing. So, the way I see it, you gotta do what's smart for your pocket. And I know a whole lot of people will probably say that, oh, Xbox sucks. I mean, that's all relative, you know. I grew up on Xbox, but it was not me 100% Xbox. I mean, I got a PlayStation. I had a 360 and I never even played it at all. And then there was something wrong with my router. That's probably why I just stopped playing it completely. And the only game that I owned for Xbox, I had it for like 4 years. And the only thing that I had it with and stuff like that was like what was it? It was, I had Vivo Pinata and I had, NBA Live 06, that's what it came with. I had NBA Live 06. That was the only 2 games that I really had for, Xbox. I think the 360, I tried to like look at Black Ops when it came out around that time, like 2011, but it was like too late, so. And that's when I got the PS3. I got the PS3 when I was like 10, so it really didn't matter.
Nope.
Much.
Dead. Best part.
Honestly, I'm not surprised by it. It doesn't look that much. Really, a majority of Americans definitely like job and like the whole world is for me. Like the economic fallout.
Wish I could.
Don't make sense, but
They're against the rope.
and there's nothing for me to do about it.
Yeah.
You just kind of gotta take the L, but I know I probably have like 2,800 V-Bucks or something like that. I'm close to it, but I mean, all things considered, I mean, there's games and stuff I could have played today, but I'm 110% sure, 110% that making me sense, like, I think games like right now is just not a really good time. And I see
This is it.
sometimes why
Good
like
luck.
jobs and stuff would be opposed. Some people can work from home because they want people to do more work, and you need to have like pretty much little to any break.
Wish I could.
Back in action, baby.
I'll get 150 V-Bucks. So,
2 minutes before I have to pull you out.
I'm helping.
You did it!
Nope.
The zone is
alright,
clear.
so we got that.
Deadly.
Good work. Let's head home.
Hold on, look, stand a second. Alright guys, I'll probably be back in a second. 15th at 20. Might be. That cyclone dude gone. Don't care. Cyclone. He needs to be gone, I think. Cass. That's the Sean right there. Sean's everything for me. That's the Sean, 100%. I don't know. I definitely got enough V-Bucks, but I'm just not trying to like Cyclo. I'm not spending $20 on a skin, even though I pretty much earned it. Yeah, I'm just trying to get my V-Bucks up, definitely. Relatively speaking, like I'm trying to get my V-Bucks up, like spending the the upgraded one, the one where you get like 25 levels for free, and then because you bought the last battle pass to give you like 8 tiers or something like that for free, or at least 5 or something like that. You know, then you play it a little bit. Like I think you start like 33 if you get the one that's like more expensive. That costs like 2,800 V-Bucks. I'll definitely have it by tomorrow. So when the new season come out, it definitely doesn't do that much. Second wave fears as COVID spikes in China. What do I think about that? I mean, all things considered, I don't think that countries and stuff have the infrastructure, like, or even the medical care and stuff like that to even deal with that. Because it's something new, and at the same time, there's no vaccine, or there's only been a handful of drugs and stuff that can slow the thing of the coronavirus. So most people who are dying from the coronavirus, they are dying from it, but at the same time, their body is basically killing them. Because the body's trying to fight off the infection, and then coronavirus basically hijacks your cell and reduplicates, then your body sends out like an immune response called like cytokine, and a cytokine storm, basically it destroys your whole body, good cells, bad cells, and it just releases all sorts of types of bad stuff, and then you die. People are weak, people losing 50 pounds and stuff like that. But I'm definitely, I don't 100% believe that companies and certain stuff are doing what they need to do. Well, the people, the employees, horrible job. But I can see why companies and stuff are not, they're opposed from people working at home so they can work their employees longer, which I disagree with. And so they can monitor, and that's one of the biggest issues that I feel like companies are having. They can't control, be 100% on watch what people are doing. If somebody can clock in hours or something like that, they may took a break, and they're still getting paid at the discretion at their home, basically. We're just gonna leave that one. I mean, I don't have time for that. For my teammates to be that bad and do something like that, yeah, we out of there. 110% we're out of there, but I mean, 57 new confirmed coronavirus infections, highest single day tally in 2 months. One potential outbreak is Beijing, where 10,000 people work and supplies 90% of the city's fruits and vegetables. The global seafood industry is to sustain a temporary blow after the latest coronavirus outbreak. Beijing's districts causing salmon sales to be suspended nationwide, says analysts. Yeah, I agree with that, but at the same time, seafood and stuff is not 100% coming from China and stuff like that. Like, there's a good chance and stuff like that. I remember when the oil spill in Louisiana, the Gulf of Mexico. They kept on talking about, I know businesses, local seafood was talking about oyster prices and stuff like that going up, which they are, but at the same time, you're not getting your stuff from the Gulf of Mexico, you're getting your stuff from Poland. Stop the lying. They're getting their stuff from Poland. They're getting their stuff from Poland and Russia and stuff like that, so it's just not true. And I know certain stuff, like people are taking hits, but at the same time, it doesn't make that much sense in my opinion. Like, a lot of these family meals and stuff that's out, that, like, it's not they couldn't do family meals, certain restaurants can't do family meals, you're getting a better value. But at the same time, you know, I'm still thinking about people talking about their business regardless, you know, without certain restrictions. Like, yesterday I was going, like, past downtown where I live at. There's people going to bars and certain stuff like that. No type of social distancing, no type of mask, you know. And I think the case is, I fight the information or more restrictions, but definitely tone it down because people don't like getting told what to do. And I mean, that right there is kind of problematic if you think about it. Like, people talking about China caused the mob. How? That's why I don't come here. That's besides the point. I don't even like landing that thing, cause like basically what it's just flying for cheap kills like that. I didn't even land there, but because I was lagging, and then the way I had my glider deployed, it made me lag. So I ain't 110% sure what was going on with that, but I don't know. Waiting for server. The Cyclo skin, yeah. There's no way that I'm spending money on Fortnite. There's some of these skins. I know these skins may be rare, but there's no way that I would spend money on these skins. How? Oh yeah, that's accurate. $64.46. That is accurate. Had to buy my own food, yeah. Salty, I don't know, bro. I know this. Oh dang, nigga, dude left. I mean, I can play a game by myself. Now, honestly, I'm not even in the mood like to play 2K. Like, I don't even know. Like, cause like think about it, 2K is not gonna 110% get me hype about the game or books. Like you, it's okay. Um, like less than what? Yeah, like 12 hours, like 2 o'clock. But I mean, if I think about it, no. Policy is low. I don't know, man. Like, I'm still thinking about the amount of people just not wearing masks. And I mean, if you haven't started wearing a mask, like you're not going to even wear a mask. It's just the principle. But I think it is pretty nasty and stuff like that. How, from a logistics standpoint, you know, I think stuff is just nasty. Or stuff is just disgusting from a standpoint of the whole coronavirus, the pandemic, and all this other stuff going on. 2020 is a global L, but in the United States, it's a whole lot worse. We finding out new stuff about coronavirus and stuff every day, and I mean, for what it's worth, it's good to know new stuff about coronavirus, because like you may never know. And there's a lot of stuff that I think don't make that much sense. How? There's no way, man. That guy was terrible. And the pump did 80 damage. Oh my god. That dude did way more than 17. Oh my god. And with a... I could play 2K right now, but at the same time, I don't even want to work on a player. Like, to me, it's no point. Like, if I'm working on a player like a playmaker, I have like a 6'7" playmaker or something like that. I think it's called a playmaker. That's my exact build. Small forward with a lot of playmaking, not too many shooting, but he has sharp takeover. And what else does he have? He has good defensive badges, a good amount of defensive badges. He's kind of fast. He's faster than my what is he faster than? He is definitely a lot faster than my shooting facilitator. but still. I don't even see why my sharpshooting facilitator. In all honesty, I would have definitely took like a 78-3 ball. For better ball control. Cause my ball control is like an 82 without the cause I'm 99 still, and I don't even play 2K. I haven't played 2K in a week, and I just think that I can't fathom playing 2K for longer than a certain period of time, like maybe an hour or two, because the game is just, people ask me at 110% do I think that 2K is good. 2K, like, gameplay is horrible. The physics, the mechanics, aspects of just the way the game works, like, you know, you could know 2K. You can know 2K. 2K is a game of animations. Like, you don't get a certain animation, you might take it down. And I mean, I hate it to have to be that way, but at the same time, it's a game that's broken. It's by design. Like, why was the demigod glitch in the game so long? Because it's by design. But 2K15, that's why it was in there. It's by design. 2K is not going to patch something or ban people as long as it's making them money. Well, now they're more so on it, but now this time around, basically, there hasn't been any glitches per se. Now the My Team thing, yeah, they're definitely banning people for trying to glitch and cheat their way to win with the $250,000 tournament. And I think that just the restrictions and stuff they're doing with that, I mean, I don't have that many words. It's terrible from a standpoint, but 2K at this point, they're a behemoth. You know, something of that caliber is not going to just stop 2K. You know, 2K is just gonna keep on going on and trying to sell certain stuff or upgrade. So, like for instance, if I was buying 2K, like a different edition of 2K, I already set my money in and stuff like that. They already have my money, so it's not that much I can do. From a standpoint, like, oh, I can say I'm not buying 2K, but I am going to buy 2K. I just think that 2K, in all honesty, you're not about to see anything that much from 2K. Relatively speaking, the sweat, people talking about 2K21 looks great. I didn't say it didn't look great. If someone was wondering, I was not hype about it. No, because you wait. Like, there's a lot of games that I feel like they're out here and they're in development or they're in a stage where, okay, we see some of the gameplay improvements that your company has done, but it took you 3 years to do it. And I feel like they said that they have more space to do certain stuff, like with the console, but they don't even have the exact specs. I know companies and stuff like that, they have to work on certain stuff, like Fortnite, if it comes out on PS5, it's going to be a completely different new game. So, I'm not 110% sure. But I'm not even really concerned about certain stuff. Especially with 2K in these games, because I mean, the games and stuff is cool, whatever, but you're not getting enjoyment out of the game, and I'm not saying people shouldn't get paid for certain stuff that they do, but when it comes to a point where your game is just not even good or playable, or you don't have even a relatively solid base like that, you know, you're not behind your following, and you know, you're pretty much I would even say that they're like, honestly, that like if a person is in a position where they work with a video game company, I feel like you know where I'm going with this. You know, they hype up a game and the game is not that good, relatively speaking, and it's been the same thing year in and year out. There hasn't been a good game in like what 5 years, especially with 2K. I mean, I don't have nothing really against what you call it. Some of the people who work for 2K, like LD2K, seem like a nice dude, 100%. He sees the line, but it's honestly, he doesn't have that much control over 2K because 2K is ran by a board of directors and then Take-Two Interactive. But the one person I think just goes with the flow, and he's responsible for pushing out terrible games, but at the same time, it's not 100% his fault, but he's terrible, and I feel like he's got to a point where even NBA players just not rocking with him, like Ronnie 2K. I mean, I don't have nothing against Ronnie 2K, but it's just something where I feel like the games in 2K in itself, the gameplay is going down big time. There hasn't been a 2K where I feel like there hasn't been a game-breaking issue. And it's not being addressed. It's just like we're gonna keep on moving. Like we're gonna keep on selling you a beta game. And we're gonna work out a few things. And it takes months to fix. Like the shoving on 2K19. The shoving, the dexing. It took a whole nother game for them to fix that. Then you had the demigod glitch in for a little while. Then they patched that. You know, that whole thing, it didn't make sense from the get-go. Like, how can I be 7-3, put any batters that I want on, play, but most people who did that weren't good at the game anyway, so, I mean, take that however you want it, but anytime that you have game-breaking glitch and game-breaking mechanics in your game, you know, why are you inviting all these different people, to the thing? You're not even having game testers and stuff actually test the game and critique you on a few issues and gameplay stuff. And there's not been that much gameplay improvements over the last few installments of 2K. I feel like the selling points to get people on is the new rookie class, the new roster, you know, the sweat improvements, the dribbling and stuff. I'm not really a dribbler that much. I know how to dribble, but I don't care about that much. That's a smaller thing about that. You know, I feel like what really got me to a point where I just stopped liking 2K is like the post moves. And I have a post player, and I mean, I don't play cheap. But the mechanics of and the abilities and access they give people, and the cheap arsenal that they give people, like you can be a one-trick pony and you can be pretty successful. 2K is not even a game about skill. And they talking about we've got like this whole skill gap thing they've been pushing for the last 2 years. It's not even about skill. It's really about the game of animations, the game of height differential, the game. Like, it's almost no point of even having what you call it, a player that's fast when a center can absolutely keep up with a player regardless if it's 85 speed. Yeah, if even centers keep up with people with 95 speed, like a slashing playmaker. Keeping up with them, the lateral quickness is terrible, but you're still able to keep up. I mean, that right there is something I don't agree with. Like, that's terrible for a game. You know, that's what I call a beta issue. Like, you don't have games excelling in even the most basic things that could make or break a video game. The stuff is not acceptable by any means. Like, you're a AAA publisher and, you know, you don't necessarily get the pass. However, I shouldn't have to wait for a new console with the graphics or the abilities for you to fix some issues and stuff that need to have been addressed. To me, that doesn't make any sense. Like, there's always been an issue with 2K with the stuttering and stuff like that in the game. Stuff like that. Stuff that really, you know, has broken the game for a while now. There's not been any gameplay improvements from 2K, and it's been a little bit too late for that. The biggest thing that I feel like they're doing now is pushing the E-League, and any game that focused highly on competitive and not the actual game is in for early coffin. Definitely. I know the competitive pool, the sponsors are underwriting some of the, you know, corporations and businesses' costs. You know, your cost of incorporation, you have to have teams, you have to have leagues, you have to have sponsors, you have to have all this stuff going on, you have to have a prime time, you know, contract to be broadcast and stuff like that on the forefront, like ESPN, you know, having these different games broadcasted on their network for a lucrative contract deal. But the viewership is bad. There's nothing that much that you can do. Like, I highly doubt that, you know, I'm not talking bad about 2K. I mean, I really don't care that much, because I mean, I'm not making any money off 2K or anything or this YouTube stuff. I don't take it that seriously. I really don't. Because the way I see it, I mean, at the same time, you know, 2K is great. You can play the, like, a build of the game. You know, game tested. I remember someone say I was very interested in games, so I was like a kid and stuff like that. You know, I could be a game tester, but I really don't care that much about playing a game early. I mean, it is cool, but after a while, I mean, what are you gonna do with that? I feel like if you critique a game or critique a product so hard, you're not gonna have any deals, and I mean, that comes with the territory. I mean, it comes with the price, but at the same time, you know, why would you want to play a game that's pretty much broken and terrible every year and stuff like that? It's actual beta. You're playing a beta for a whole year. You're waiting for stuff to get right, and it hasn't been right for a while. And that wouldn't make that much sense. Like, why would I openly go and play a game that's terrible? Because by playing a game that's terrible, you know, you pretty much are being a joke. I know a whole lot of people were running what they said back about 2K in order to get a logo. The logo situation, I mean, I don't make no money off 2K, and I really don't care. It's not but so much money you're gonna make off 2K, relatively speaking. I'm not hitting on nobody's back, because I mean, think about it. Once you get to a point where you don't have to work or do anything, you're good. You're 110% good. You know, like investment banking, stuff like that. I'm not trying to go with all the hot topics, you know, see what other people are saying, but at the same time, I don't think there's a lot of money in certain stuff, but that's all relative. I don't feel like you try to do that much to win on a game of Fortnite. That's just my unpopular opinion thread. Or people talking about you need to get good at the game. You know, the thing about getting good at the game, I admit I've gotten a whole lot better at Fortnite than what I was previously, but When you're doing a lot just to get a win, or you're having to build up, I don't like build battles. It really doesn't make that much sense. Like a build battle today, like even how it's been, but now you can build battle somebody, take over half your health, half your shield, or almost all your shield. They use up all the heals. You're left with nothing. You wasted your match, you wasted your heals, you kill them, they didn't use their heals fighting you and they healed up. And then, you know, they get on their own block or their one by one. They heal up, you go back at it again, you kill them. You didn't heal up, you use your healables, they didn't use up theirs. It's kind of counterproductive. I'll launch pad out in a quick second. I'm not fighting people, bro. I'm not. I remember the PS5 thing, people talking about 2K21, how Zion and stuff, how good the graphics look. I'm not 100% sold on 2K21, and I know that sounds bad, but to be honest, I feel like I done got, like, if I play a good, 750 games of, like, part, or 750 games at all, I feel like I'm doing great. That's what I did this year. I mean, I kind of don't feel bad. The Prelude might be, scaled back indefinitely, if we even can call it a Prelude. And I wouldn't be surprised if your players and stuff didn't transfer from PS4 to PS5. Knowing how 2K is, we're not going to speak on it. I think one of the biggest problems, especially with these games and stuff like that, you know, the microtransaction is one part of it, but I feel like it's a statement of cash flows. If I can make all this money, $2 billion off a game, especially with Fortnite, but my game, even if they have 500,000 people still playing it, that's still good. Because they have 500,000 people and a battle pass, let's say 60% of the people are getting that. You know, let's say it's like 167,000 times 10. You know, you probably made 167 million off of the battle pass. You're still doing great, and plus the people buying the V-Bucks and getting the skins, you're still making your money back. But I'm definitely not a fan of games and stuff being put behind a paywall, like you know, even expansion packs. I just told y'all about how I felt about Mortal Kombat. I bought their latest expansion pack. I think it's good, but Mortal Kombat, in a sense, it's more of a beta than an actual game. I know people got mad about Mortal Kombat, how it was. Talk about the frame data. I mean, the frame data, we know the game is bad. It shouldn't have to be explained about how the game is and why it's that way, but it's gotten to a point where, you know, you do something How? That's annoying, bruh. That right there is just annoying me. That's the point. That's the point. You're doing all that, you're building. I mean, I was at a bad spot, but still, that's the stuff that I'm talking about. And I feel like there's a couple of games that I do not like, specifically for the reason, it's like, you're making a lot of money through microtransactions, you know. You look at the amount of jobs that, you know, people are not really dealing with the game because the game was broken. Like, you think about Modern Warfare. Modern Warfare is terrible. I don't care what anybody says. You cannot tell me that game was broken by design, and it's for that reason that a lot of people, they might supposedly have the biggest amount of players in there, but nobody, if you ask the enjoyment, you even have pro players even saying that it's one of the worst CODs in the history of Call of Duty, because just think about it. The map design is terrible, the guns, you have too many head glitching spots, you have horrible map designs, you have tight alleyways, you have people with doors and stuff like that, camping behind doors, you can't really move, the map design is bad, and the map rotations that they have for stuff is terrible. You have forced maps like Piccadilly that are trash. You have terrible maps also going along with it. The base game that's always been in rotation, Azure Cave. You have definitely Piccadilly. The only maps and stuff that is relatively decent still, I would feel like don't get enough rotation is what you call it. What's the one? It's definitely Shoot House. It's Shoot House. You have a couple other ones. The Arklaw Peak, that map is terrible because you can't see anybody on that. And then the textures and then the shades are so bad with the game. You know, the list goes on, man. The list goes on. And the Euphrates Bridge, that one was terrible too. Nobody talked about how the Euphrates Bridge and stuff like that was not playable. Like, Euphrates Bridge, if you seriously got spawned, like, I think at A, you were screwed. You were screwed. Once you're on top of that bridge, you have open range, which, like, you would be able to do anything. People be up there sniping, people be up there in their head glitch. You couldn't do anything. You're literally spawn trapped from the get-go. And the spawns on Modern Warfare are terrible. Shipment is even terrible. People said that's the only map that is playable. No, it's terrible. Rust is even terrible. Scrapyard is terrible. They messed up a classic. Not surprising. That, bruh, Modern Warfare is bad by design. They won't release Modern Warfare 2 multiplayer remaster. You know why? They're afraid that nobody would play the game, and then with the battle pass being the way it is, a lot of games are now going to battle pass. So I'm not 100% you know, surprised by that, because if I can get $10 out of somebody and they can still keep on supporting skins and stuff, and then the weapon variants of stuff, or getting a blueprint, then yeah, I mean, Infinite Warfare got a whole lot of flack, but it's 10 times better than what you call it. And I 110% mean that. It is 10 times better than the crap that we've gotten within the last 3 Call of Duty's installments. It's 10 times better. Because you play 2K for so long. Oh my God. That was my fault. That was my bad because I chose that spot. But at the same time, I don't think that games and stuff like that should, but they basically be put behind paywall due to the strict fact is that a lot of games and stuff like that, you don't have that many people actively fixing the game, and then with the YouTubers and stuff like that hyping up the game, I'm still thinking about it. Like you know, there's certain people kick back at the games that weren't invited to certain stuff, but I mean, that happens when you're truthful. I mean, you kind of have to deal with it, take it however you will, but I mean, it's just like, you know, you gotta deal with it either way. And these people sign contracts and get bonuses to, you know, basically upload the game, get a kickback, but I mean, once you do that, to like any game that you do that, the people own you. Like if you don't like stick to your end of the bargain, you can be sued. Even if a contract is bad, both parties or something like that, people dispute. You know, you had to act in good faith. Both parties, even though a contract may be bad, you have to act in good faith with both of it. Like both parties have to. So I guess that's kind of an issue, especially with games, because like games can only do but so much. And I know certain games and stuff like that are running on Unreal Engine. Like people talk about Mortal Kombat is running at Unreal Engine 3 and stuff like that, and how that's supposed to be. That has so many limitations, but Mortal Kombat is not 110% or 100% running on Unreal Engine 3 because it has a whole lot of limitations. It's running on a custom variation of it. But I'd definitely be pissed if PS5, like especially on PS5, if you bought 2K and your player didn't transfer over. Wouldn't be surprising. Oh my god, he got low. That's besides the point. I don't even like Land Agency, so that was bull. Besides the point, I don't know, man. When you put stuff behind a paywall and just like you're just trying to milk a franchise or something for it, for what it is, the likelihood of, you know, you actually making a phenomenal product is terrible. You know, you can't live off your former glory, and I feel like a lot of games are doing that, like franchises that you love, 2K included, Call of Duty. Let's think about some other games that they fell off. I think Halo too. Halo was definitely terrible. I don't even know the last time Halo even did something. Like Halo used to be big in like tournaments and stuff like that. And last time I played Halo was like 2007, 2008. And they made another like title of Halo like 2018. I don't remember the exact name of it. I don't even think it's been really talked about. The last Halo game. Yeah. The last game came out like what? Halo, what you call it? Halo Wars 2. It's just Xbox exclusive. That whole Xbox exclusive stuff, I mean, it's money like involved behind it. Like people talked about how PS4 got, or PlayStation gets access to Call of Duty stuff first. And it used to be like that. Stuff first, and there was money behind that. Xbox and stuff paid more money to have the stuff, the ability to say it's first. So all this foolishness about people talking about the game is superior, I don't believe that games and stuff are superior. I just think that games and stuff are just what you call it. They're okay. You know. if you spending $60 on a game, I think you should have access to have certain features like spending a lot of money on games. Like the price behind games and stuff, people talking about it's getting ridiculous. Nah, I can't 110% say for sure. I just think that what you call it, I don't know. I'm not 100% buying it. Studios and stuff not profitable. They're just trying to make cushion their pockets. But the game is definitely going up by $10 for next iteration on PS5. They're going up by $10. So by PS5 being $765, like off rip, they're limiting their their fan base and who their target market, because they got the diehard people who want to stand behind PlayStation. I can't 110% say that I'm 110% gonna be committed to something, because you gotta think about what's best for your pockets. Like for instance, like PlayStation is good. You know, you didn't have to pay money on PlayStation 3 to play online. I like that. The problem that I got with definitely with PlayStation Plus, you don't get no perks. The perks, you don't even get AAA titles. Oh my god. I'm out here getting eliminated. I'm about to leave. Like, you don't get access to AAA titles. Like, you're paying what? You're paying $64 for something that used to cost $50 max. Like a couple years ago. They raised PlayStation Plus. I know now they have a couple deals like on Amazon where you can get your PlayStation Plus for $40. I know next time that happens, I'm gonna have to buy it for $40, so I don't have to worry about it. But at the same time, like, I don't feel like you're not even getting access to AAA publishers. Like, the games you get are very terrible. They've been out for a while. The only game that I can 110% say that made me mad, especially after I got it, was a couple of things like days after or something like that. It was right around the time PS4 came out, and only probably 2 months after NBA 2K14 for PS3 was free, and I just bought NBA 2K14. That had me hot. And it was on PlayStation Plus for free. That had me hot. Like the games and stuff that I think I got a whole lot of games, PlayStation 3 games that I don't even play. Like somebody will ask me, will I get like the PlayStation 4 with the no disc? I probably will. I probably will get the PlayStation 5 with no disc, because I have a PlayStation 4 with the disc, and I mean that's the only one that seems to be out. You know, but I feel bad for people who spent money on the PlayStation 4 Pro. It makes no sense to upgrade to a console with relatively marginally better specs, maybe a better processing, a couple features and stuff like that, but otherwise not. You can't 110% say that the stuff is better. So I don't a lot of stuff could be by design. Like if I don't want you to 110%, you know, I'm limiting my target. You know, I know the new PlayStation stuff could be better. Let's see what they talking about. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Sup, Donovan? Sup, Xavier?
He's killed me like 8,000 times, bro.
Try to save you. What's good, Frank?
Nothing.
Been streaming a lot, my guy. I've been tuning in, bro.
Yeah.
You said what?
When's your giveaway?
350 subs.
How many you got now?
340.
What you giving away?
$10 PlayStation card.
Ooh, bet. Yes, sir.
Man, the PS5.
Am
Wait,
I allowed to win it?
It depends. I won't give anybody a chance.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yes, sir.
Anybody
Yes, sir.
allowed to win it, pretty much.
What do you have to do? Nothing? Just be a sub?
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta comment or something like that. But I mean, I'll just do like something like you know how people put their name on a random generator and stuff like that. Made like everybody is up there.
Oh. The generator? Yeah.
Oh my god, why is my screen loading on Fortnite?
Let's go, boy. Well, you cannot miss me, bro.
Star Wars Battlefront 2. Ain't that on like sale?
Yeah,
Ain't it like cheap?
Bro, it's official, bro. I really officially graduated.
yeah, you're old now.
Let me go on PlayStation Store and see how much it is. I heard that game was terrible.
That game on the Wii.
No, I'm talking about how before it used to be.
Let's go, bro.
It used to be 100%. It used to be 100% microtransactions. Like you had to upgrade to get a better version of like your player.
Not really. You just got the game.
Like you could be Darth Maul, but you had to pay the stuff for the gear.
You just gotta get like. So basically, if there's certain game modes, it's like there's like certain game modes that help you do it faster than others. But if you just play the game in general, you won't get it. Ass. Oh, really? Kill his ass. Thank you.
Wow.
Are you in a vehicle, bruh?
Yes.
This man just eating with the vehicle. This man. We about to lose.